Friends, I am Abhay and today I am going to talk about the recent controversy on EWS reservation. EWS means economically weaker section. You know it very well that a few years back the current BJP government did a constitutional amendment, and by that constitutional amendment they provided a reservation for upper caste on the basis of economic deprivation. So instead of social and educational backwardness, economic backwardness was chosen, was selected as criterion for extending reservations to upper caste. Friends, I have got this EWS certificate, and in this EWS certificate, which I got it made sometimes back, it is written that अभय कुमार ब्राह्मण जाति के सदस्य हैं जो अनुसूचित जाति, अनुसूचित जनजाति, पिछड़ा वर्ग तथा अत्यंत पिछड़ा वर्ग के रूप में अधिसूचित नहीं हैं. In English, it means that Abhay Kumar belongs to a Brahmin caste and he is not scheduled as scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and backward caste or extremely backward caste. So to get the certificate of EWS, you have to be a Brahmin or upper caste and you should not belong to SC, ST and OBC or EBC. What are the 4 and 5 criteria for availing this certificate, for getting this certificate, for getting yourself registered under EWS quota? That you should have less than 5-acre land and you have income which is not perhaps higher than 8 lakh rupees or something like that. So the point is that your economic condition is going to determine whether you are economically weaker section or not. Recently this issue has also come up in the Supreme Court, and for several days there was a hearing on this issue, and as far as media report is concerned, the court has reserved its decision on EWS because EWS was challenged in the court and it was argued that it goes against the basic structure of Indian Constitution because reservation is not a measure for poverty alleviation. It cannot be given on economic conditions. So this is the background. You could ask me that why you have come to speak and why you should be allowed to say something. Yes, there is a justification. Justification is that EWS certificate is in fact a fraud, I must say it. And I am not one who belongs to SC community or ST community or OBC community, and that is why I am opposing EWS reservations. As I have told you earlier that I belong very much to upper caste, and by knowing this fact, I am saying that this reservations is fundamentally against the spirit of constitution, against the spirit of social justice, and Supreme Court should immediately do away with it. Why I am saying so? I will give you some justification. First of all, why reservation is given? That point we have to keep in mind. Reservation as a policy has its root in colonial period. Much before reservation was made part of Indian Constitution, the British government gave reservation to minorities, and several princely estates, they also initiated and they made some kind of arrangements for reservations for the deprived communities. Dr. Ambedkar's name cannot be forgotten when we have to talk about social justice and reservations. Reservation is an issue on which everybody has got some opinion, and I know that my opinion will also be contested. There will be a large number of people who will say, Abhay, you are speaking wrong. That is not the case, but I have to speak my own position. We have to understand that why reservation is given. What is the need for reservation? Basically, our society is not egalitarian. Our society is not based on the ideals of equality, liberty, fraternity. It is very much based on caste-based inequality, religious equality, and gender inequality. Let me elaborate this point. Dr. Ambedkar had said several times that if a person is sent to or is elected to legislative body, parliament, assemblies, or if a person is given jobs in bureaucracy at educational institutes, so how that person will behave? Since we all are born in caste society, so there is a tendency that a person who is born in a Brahmin caste, and if that person is given a responsibility to make policies, to make laws, there are chances that he would make policy in favor of his own caste. So the solidarity in India is not based on humanity, is not based on who is poor, but it is based on caste affiliation. I heard my upper caste friends saying that I don't do any politics, politics is very bad thing, we should keep away from the politics. And I know in JNU also many of our upper caste friends said that, oh, I don't believe in any politics, politics divides and I believe in humanity. Sometimes I feel that how innocent they are, but they are not innocent. Why? Because their community leaders are active all the time to protect their interest. That is why they need not bother about politics. And if they say that they less care about politics, which means that they are not going to stand in solidarity with any Dalit movements, any backward classes movement, any Adivasis movement, or any religious minority movement, or any women's movement. So they are neutral. And you know, in caste society, a society which is based on hierarchy, and if you say that you are neutral, you are humanitarian, you do not participate in politics, that means that you are supporting the ruling classes. You want to maintain a status quo. You want to maintain dominance in the society. So the point is that if upper caste is elected, if upper caste is made bureaucrat, IS officer, there is a likelihood that upper caste will always, upper caste is likely to act in such a way that the interest of his own caste will be protected at the cost of the interest of other communities. That is happening. You know, this EWS reservation, economically weaker sections reservations, was passed in a few days. Media did not come to question it. There was no debate. Why there was no debate? Because we have a different political parties, mainstream political parties, but we will see and we notice that the leadership is largely Brahmanical. So when it comes to protecting the interest of upper caste Brahmins, it will be always projected as national interest. Dr. Bhim Ambedkar, in his a small book, States and Minorities, at the time of independence, says that when it comes to upper caste interest, the caste Hindus interest, it is always projected as nationalism. But when it comes to lower caste interest, it is projected, it is dismissed, it is demonized as communalism. So when EWS reservation is being implemented, there is a little debate, and if there is a debate, the debate is made in such a way that it is saying that, oh, what a great step, what a great policy is made by the government. So we have to understand that upper caste leaders, upper caste journalists, upper caste civil society members, even though they will be in a different political parties, but when it comes to protecting the interest of few upper caste, they will be united. There may be some good people, I am not ruling out that possibility, but generally they come to stand in solidarity with their own class interest. Friends, we have to keep in mind then that when OBC reservations was being implemented in 1990s during BP Singh government, there was a huge protest, and the protest was led by upper caste people, and media also played a very negative role in projecting that merit has been compromised, caste is being brought to mainstream, and the process of modernization is being stopped by bringing this OBC reservations. And some upper caste student leaders, they also try to kill themselves so that the impression will be created that how bad, how evil this government is. Friends, you have to also keep in mind that at that time, even the women belonging to upper caste, they protested by saying that I will not get now husbands who will be in jobs. So the anxieties of upper caste women was that after the implementation of OBC reservations, they will not get sarkari job holding government job holding husbands. Even upper caste leaders, protesters started polishing boot, shoes, and it was very derogatory. There are communities which are forced to polish shoes for long time, but upper caste leaders have never spoken in their favor. But once OBC reservation is being implemented, they started polishing shoes, so that to create the impression that now the upper caste will have no job, they will just be forced to polish shoes. So this was the mentality. And if you read the leaders who are today ruling and who project themselves as well-wisher of, let's say, Dalits and Adivasis and OBCs, they were all opposing reservations. They said that reservations should be based on economic criteria. And the leader of the Hindutva group, Shri L.K. Advani, took up Ram Temple issue. He went on Rath Yatra so that the public opinion be diverted from the question of caste-based inequality, social justice, to mandal, to mandir and masjid, to temple and mosque, to the conflict between Hindus and Muslims. In fact, the conflict between Hindus and Muslims, mandir and masjid, temples, they are all created by the Hindu right wing, so that the real question of caste-based inequality be silenced. So again, going back to what Ambedkar has said, that the reason why reservation is needed, because Indian society is based on caste, based on hierarchy. So to make society democratic, we need to bring people from diverse castes, diverse communities in policy making. For example, if laws are being made, and if we have people from Dalits community, from OBC community, from women, from, let's say, marginalized regions, they will at least say that okay, this law is here good and here not good. This is the purpose of reservations, that let's democratize decision making, let's democratize policy making, let's democratize the way this country is being run. That is why there is a reservations in public jobs. Why? Because even if law is very good, and if people who are given responsibility to implement laws, if they are not honest, if they are having caste-based prejudice, they will not do any justice. You take the example of Dalit atrocities. We have laws in our constitution, in our rule book, where untouchability, caste-based discrimination is made punishable offences. We have police stations everywhere, but why attack is being carried out? Why every minute, every second, every hour, every day, Dalits and Adivasis are being attacked, their women are being attacked? Because we have good laws, but we do not have enough people from marginalized community to implement those laws and punish the guilty. Dr. Bhim Ambedkar, on November 25th, 1949, the last day of constitution making at Constituent Assembly, he said this fact, if I am correct, that good laws do not always ensure that justice will be given. Even if laws are bad, but people who are in administration, who are in politics, who are in government, who are at civil society, who are at, let's say, bureaucracy, universities, if they are good, if they have a good intention, then justice will prevail. So my point is that reservation is given not because it is going to remove poverty, it is going to cure all social economic backwardness. It is given, it is made mandatory, it is made part of basic structure of constitution. Social justice is basic structure of constitution. So is reservation, because there cannot be any talk of social justice minus affirmative actions and reservations. Why reservation is made part of constitution? Why reservation was given from the day one of Indian constitution? Because the makers of Indian constitution, particularly Dr. Bhim Ambedkar, realized that upper caste leaders, politicians, bureaucrats, professors, police inspectors, civil society members, they will not always protect the interest of the marginalized. That is why marginalized should be brought to policy making. This is how we can have a nation. India does not have a nation. Why? Because we do not have fraternity. Why there is no fraternity? Because we have caste. So this is the very spirit of reservations. Now some people will say that okay, here is a Dalit who has got 60 marks and I belong to Brahmin community, I have got 65 marks, but I have not got job, I was not given admission, but he was able to, the Dalit candidate was able to get reservations. So there is a injustice against the Brahmin candidate. I think this is a very bad logic. If a Brahmin is not able to get the seat, then this is not the fault of Dalit candidate. If a Brahmin, an upper caste, is not able to get job, this is not the fault of OBC. I do not understand that why upper caste, they do not frame the question in the right way. Instead of blaming OBCs, Dalits and Adivasis, they should ask question. They should put government in dock by saying that why there is less job, why there is a scarcity of job. Everybody is paying taxes, but why jobs are few? And to say that upper caste candidate has got 65 and OBC and Dalit candidates had got 60, so Dalit and OBC candidates should not be given reservations, should not be given seat on the basis of merit, that is absolutely flawed argument. Why? Because reservation says that in decision making at public institutions, we need to reflect diversity, as we have diversity in society. For example, if in a village, if there are, let's say, 25% Dalits, so why can't we have 25% Dalits in Gram Panchayat? If in this country 50 to 60 to 70% OBCs are there, why can't we have 60 to 70% OBC in parliament? If in this country women constitutes 50% of populations, why can't we have women members 50% in parliament? And even within that women community, if we have, let's say, Dalit, Bahujan women, constituting large share of women community, why can't we give quota within the quota? So the point is that the upper caste leaders, they have been framing the questions in a wrong way. They are not fighting the government that why there is less job, why there is less colleges, why opportunities are less. They are blaming lower caste. They are blaming Dalits. And Dalits and OBCs, they are not seeking any favor from the government. They are in fact asking proportional representation, that if we are, let's say, 80% in society, Bahujan community, let's say, is 80% in society, then why can't we be given 80% chance at university, at colleges, at parliament to make policies? And when the policies is made, that policy will be made for everybody. So the questions of reservation is very much related to making decision making democratic. It is a tool, it is a method to democratize society. It is not something which will remove, which will cure all disease. Now, upper caste people are saying that they are backward, Dalits are taking all the seats, they are not being able to get jobs. And I know in my village, which has a large population of Brahmins, you go and ask anybody, they will say that my son was doing very well, he was preparing for UPSC, for Bihar Public Service Commission, but he was not able to get the result because he scored more marks and Dalits and backward scored less marks. They got the job, and in this way injustice was done to upper caste. This is absolutely flawed argument. It is absolutely wrong to say like this. One thing we have to also keep in mind, that to say that Dalit candidates has got less marks and upper caste candidates have got more marks, that is some kind of racism. Why? Because you are thinking, you are assuming that a particular community is less meritorious, they will always get less marks, and another community is very bright, they have got all merit, that is why they score more marks. Friends, it is not being discussed much in public domain that in interview, in examination, marks to Bahujan students is given less deliberately so that they should not qualify in unreserved category. There is also a question of unreserved category. Unreserved category is not reserved for upper caste, it is open for everybody from Dalits to OBC. But you go to Delhi University, at other places, if you are Adivasi, if you are Dalit, if you are OBC and if you have applied in your post, the principal will come and say, what is your name? Okay, your name is this, you appear to be SC, why you have come here? Go, get out from here, this post is made for upper caste. You tell me. Unreserved seats are almost 40 to 50%. Upper caste population is just 15% or less than that. How could 50% seats will be reserved for the upper caste who are just 15%? Is it not injustice to the majority of the people? So the questions of reservation is always framed in a wrong way. Merit, 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 merit. Brahmins are meritorious, upper caste are meritorious. That is absolutely wrong argument. Merit is not something which is there in the sky. Merit is not something that a person is born with. Merit is acquired through experience. Merit is acquired through experience. Knowledge is created through experience. What is knowledge? How knowledge is created? Do you know? I am asking upper caste people. Knowledge is created through a dialectic. You read something, you go out, you check your reading, your knowledge, and if in the field, if you think that the facts which you have read in the book do not reflect the reality, then what you do, in the light of your experience, you correct your reading, your knowledge, and in this process, in this dialectic, knowledge acquired through book is tested in real life, and in the light of what is our experience, that experience again shapes, changes, modifies what we have read. So this is a dialectic. No person can be considered meritorious, knowledgeable, if that person has not gone into practice. Praxis is very important. The job of a scholar is not to read, not to give lecture on philosophy, but the job of a revolutionary, a true teacher is to read, to participate in real activities, and then change what is the shortcoming in the reading. You know why our universities are not able to produce any good knowledge? Because university largely has become a space where nepotism is breeding, where upper caste people have captured the space. Lower caste people, even if they are given some few seats, they are not allowed to express themselves. And upper caste people, they know that things are not well, but due to their class interest, they do not speak, they do not speak the truth. And what Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar has said in his famous lecture, Rana Day, Jinnah and Gandhi, that the problem with Indian society is that it has not been able to produce a Voltaire. Who is Voltaire? Voltaire is a philosopher who spoke against his own Christian society in which he was born. So in India, what is happening? You are born in upper caste lobby is suppressing Dalits, OBCs, and you are not speaking. Why you are not speaking? Because you want to protect your caste interest. That is why there has been no history of Voltaire in India, because upper caste people have largely protected the interest. Sometimes they know everything, sometimes they don't know it. So the knowledge can only come through real practice. So if you read OBC Commission report, Mandal Commission report, what Mandal Commission has said? Mandal Commission has justified reservations for OBCs. On which ground? Not many people from upper caste, they talk about these issues. OBC Mandal reports, Mandal Commission report has said that if you look at educational institute, you will find that upper caste people are dominating. So in public spheres, in parliament, in other places, there has been dominance of the upper caste, and a large chunk of Indians who are OBCs, both Hindus and Muslims, Christians, Sikh, they are excluded from the decision making. And these people have their experience, these people have their own way of dealing with the world. They are also knowledgeable, they have also something to say, they are also skilled, they have also their own problems. So if a large number of people who are historically marginalized, if they are brought to decision making, what will happen? That decision making will be democratized. So reservations can only be given on the principle of democratizing the society. If society can be democratized, if historically marginalized communities, caste can be brought to public spheres for making decision, for democratizing society, then it is okay. It is not something like a prasad in a temple that it could be given to everybody. So if you look at in this spirit, then I find that economically weaker sections reservations for upper caste is fraud, is wrong, is constitutionally invalid, and it should be done away with. It should be rejected, it should be scrapped immediately. I can understand that a large number of upper caste candidates are poor, they are suffering, but their struggle cannot take the route of reservation, it can take the route of welfare measures. The government give a scholarship, government should open more schools, government should create more jobs so that upper caste people can also get jobs. We are not against upper caste getting jobs. I am not against upper caste getting admissions, but it cannot be done through reservation. If upper castes are given reservation, then the very purpose of reservation is killed. If reservation is given on the basis of economic criterion, not on social and educational deprivation, then the very purpose of reservation is killed. Friends, I would like to say one thing, that we need to speak up the truth. We need to speak against our own class interest if that class interest is going to harm the larger interest of the society. So I would say that the upper caste people should understand that the government is not doing any justice to them, but the government is trying to fool them. I would like to give you one example here, my personal example. To become lecturers or assistant professors in university, you need to have a NET degree. So after our MA, university grant commissions every year, I think twice in a year, conducts national eligibility test for lecturership. It is called NET, National Eligibility Test for Lecturership. I appeared in NET examination, if I am correct, in June 2009, and the certificate to me was issued on 25th of March 2010. So 12 years back I was given this NET certificate. The government of India, the NET has certified me that I am eligible for lecturership. Now I am asking this question, 12 years has passed, I have not got the job. Who is responsible for that? Is Dalit responsible? Is OBC responsible? Is a Muslim responsible? Is a Christian responsible? Is a woman responsible? Who is responsible? And this is not my case. There may be thousands of such candidates. Maybe that several friends might have passed NET examination much before 2010. So why they are unemployed? Who is to blame for that? One person, one government. Government is basically privatizing education. Government is basically reducing budget on education. You buy one mobile phone and you are paying 3,000 to 4,000 rupees as GST tax. And where that money is going? For a long time there has been a demand that on education the budget should be around 10%. But what is the budget today? 2%, 3%, and now increasingly budget is being reduced. So the real fight is fight against privatization, fight against the withdrawal of government from social sector, from educational sector. But what government is trying to do? Government is creating a tension in the society. They will say that now EWS certificate is being made, EWS reservation has been made, and this government is doing great thing for upper caste, and upper caste will think that, oh, first time in independence here is a government who has paid attention to upper caste problem and it has given reservation for the upper caste people. So we should celebrate this government. And what is happening, that the backward classes and Dalit, they feel that now the EWS reservation has come, so their share is being taken away. So it is creating some kind of confusion and tension in the society. So we should avoid those tension. We should not go into the trap of the ruling classes. Dalits, Adivasis, women, religious minority, upper caste, they are all Indians, they are all citizens, and our relationship should be based on equality. And upper caste should understand that they are not marginalized like Dalits and OBCs like tribals. I want to tell those who belong to upper caste, go to any university and ask how many professors are there from your community. All the universities, all the colleges, you will find that 15% upper caste, they are taking at least 50 to 60% of the seats. You go to judiciary, you will find few upper caste, they are dominating everywhere. You go to media, you will find most of the editors are Brahmins and upper caste. You go to cinema, you will find most of them are upper caste. You go to literary club, Hindi world, you go to Urdu literature, you will find that most of writers are Hindu upper caste or Muslim upper caste. You go to business and commerce, you will find that it is being dominated by upper caste, Brahmins and then Baniyas. So everywhere you go to political parties, you will find that they are given more tickets than their share. You see principal secretaries, higher bureaucracies, members in civil societies, they are all upper caste. Most of them are upper caste. So upper caste should understand that they are not marginalized like Dalits, like Adivasis. I am asking any person who is honest that you tell me how many Dalits and Adivasi has got Bharat Ratna. Most of them are upper caste. Most of the festivals, most of awards, they are all given in the name of upper caste. Education is celebrated on, let's say, Teachers' Day. The person who is remembered on that day, he is upper caste. The man who has got the first Bharat Ratna is upper caste. So the upper caste is everywhere. So the fight is not that upper caste should be reservations. The problem of upper caste is not related to discrimination. It is not related to untouchability. It is not related to social or educational backwardness. It is related to poverty. And I understand that poverty is a very serious issue. And to address poverty, we need to make policies which is not like reservation. So making policy for poverty removal is welcome. Opening colleges, university is welcome. But seeking representation, seeking reservation is not correct as far as upper caste are concerned. Upper caste should understand that their community members are everywhere. So friends, I want to say that since I also don't have any job, and some of my friends have said that you also try to make this EWS certificate. So to be honest, I also got this certificate made, but I have got no job. For me, it is useless. I am telling you, it is useless. It is useless. I don't need any certificate. I don't need any certificate. I don't need EWS certificate. I want to tear it apart. So the Supreme Court should immediately do away with this EWS reservations, and I can understand that getting job is very legitimate demand for me, for any member of upper caste, but that problem can be solved only through creating more and more jobs, doing away with nepotism, and increasing the budget on education, and immediately stopping privatization. So friends, This is what I have to say on EWS reservations controversy. I am totally against this EWS reservations. It is nothing but an attempt to fool upper caste people and to appease them by the Hindu right wing forces. Hindu right wing forces are, on the other hand, privatizing education, and to fool the elites, they are saying that they want to create jobs and they are here to give you EWS reservation. So we should not look at this issue from OBC, from Dalit, from upper caste point of view. We should look at this issue from a rational point of view, and I request that members from the upper caste should come out and take the responsibility of opposing these reservations. We need more and more Voltaires in this country to save it, otherwise it will have more and more problem. So this is my view. You also share your view. Thank you very much.